YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, we're going to go over, or kind of do a quick exotic review of the RUINOUS Effigy, and there you can see from my first kills with the RUINOUS Effigy that I got the catalyst, and I believe that is how you get the catalyst. Anyway, how you guys doing? We're going to do a quick review, just like going over the basic features of this new exotic, as well as some really fun things you could do with it in PvP. Will this thing be a nightmare for folks in PvP? I'll let you guys decide that at the end of the video, or from your experience in the comment section. Anyway, if you enjoy this video, a like rating is very much appreciated, but more importantly, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And also, guys, thank you for another amazing stream today. We had so many people, so many new channel members, and the Mesa Army channel members are growing by the numbers. If you're interested in joining, click the link in the description or click join on screen. All right, let's get into it. Now, I gotta toot Bungie's horn again. This thing is so unique, just like Witherhoard. I mean, two really cool, unique, fun. Remember, everyone forgets the fun factor with exotics. Fun exotics for the season compared to some of the other exotics that we've had in previous DLCs. These are, I mean, Witherhoard and RUINOUS Effigy, tons of fun. With regards to the quest, I was going to make a guide over it, but you know what? I already covered that at length, and it's not hard at all. The one part where you need to get a whole bunch of the traces and things like that, we just ran Tier 2 Reckoning. We were doing Tier 3, and you could do Tier 3 Reckoning for faster progress, but we were not getting matched up with 4 people, and it was getting a little annoying, so we just did Tier 2, and it was fine. The marionettes just go to IO and just bounce back and forth between the landing zones, and you can find them spawning and kill them. And then for finding the fragments, the light fragments, you just pull open your ghost over on the various destinations where it tells you to, and you could spot them pretty easily and grab them. So the quest itself I thought was really fun and not simple and too easy like some of the previous exotic quests that we've had. The RUINOUS Effigy does kind of remind me of the Wave Splitter in terms of how it feels, void, and it kills things pretty fast. So the main perk is Transmutation. Final blows with this weapon collapse victims into void transmutation spheres, and that's going to play into the second perk, Evolution. Transmutation spheres you create can be picked up by you or wielded as weapons by you or your allies. Now you have a light attack, a heavy attack, or you can actually guard and drain nearby combatants. Now once you get the catalyst right away, you just need to get enemies defeated, and I would just go to the Castellum over on the Leviathan for that. Once you get the Masterwork version, the extra perk is going to be this weapon deals increased damage against targets damaged by transmutation spheres. So obviously you maybe would have a fire team member or yourself pick up that sphere, damage a big enemy, and then from there, once they're damaged, then lay into them with the RUINOUS Effigy, and you're going to do some increased damage. But so it's really fun with one smacking a few things, because once you actually dunk with it, you lose all of the energy. As soon as you pick it up, you will see the number on the bottom of your screen. So I'm going to kill this harpy here. I'm going to grab it, and let's see, we've got about, you got about 30 energy from it. Now when you're blocking, you still take a little bit of damage, okay? So in higher end activities like master activities or deal nightfall strikes, even in PvP, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, it's not like a full like Titan bubble. You do take some damage, just not as much damage. And if enemies actually walk into your bubble, we'll just call it that, they actually take damage. So you could use this not only to block things, but as you're holding it open, yeah, if they're a low tier enemy and they walk into it, they're gonna die. Like this guy right here, yeah, they both die. They're just typical red bars over on the moon over here. But what you can do is you could like just use a combination of things. You could start blocking with things, right? And then they'll start taking some damage. Then you can smack them with it, because remember, you have 30 in your ammo slot, basically, when you grab the sphere. You can cause some damage, then you could smack them with it. Or you can keep guarding, and wait until you get literally down to 1, and then do the ground slam for some extra damage. So besides the fun factor, some applications where I see this weapon being really fun. Well, one is maybe the higher end activities, and I mean maybe some parts of certain raids, maybe, but I would say get it masterworked right away. Go to the Castellum tonight if you get the exotic today. And from there, let's say you go into an Ordeal Nightfall Strike or any type of Master Nightmare Hunt or something like that, and you've got 3 people running this thing, and it's masterworked so that the transmutation spheres, when you do damage to an enemy, a big yellow bar, then their ruinous effigy or your ruinous effigy will do more damage to that target. Now, we're going to go into private matches and check out some PvP, and you're going to see this thing, it feels like Wave Splitter in terms of its damage and just annihilating people really, really quickly. So, first off, in terms of damage, you're going to notice that you're going to have 17 crits, and you're going to see 13 to the body. So this thing does put in some work, and in PvP, you have a decent amount of ammo, or at least I found that I had a lot of ammo with it. You probably want to run some reserves with this thing so that you can carry some more ammo. And with regards to the spheres, yeah, people on your team or people that are with you, allies, can pick up those spheres. So you can see you die really, really quickly from this thing. But we really want to see, well, what can you do with the spheres? Can you take people out of their supers with the spheres? Can you just kill them with just the weapon itself? Yes, I'll give you the punchline right now. One, the spheres definitely take you out of your super, and the weapon itself can also take you out of your super rather quickly. And the arc staff, where you block, the weapon goes right through it for the most part. I'll show you some clips. So let's talk about some of the different attacks here. So for the light attack, I'm going to grab the orb here, and 2 light attacks, each one of them did 150. So 2 light attacks should kill a guardian, and we're just in regular PvP here. We're in Mayhem Clash. Obviously things will be different when you're in things like Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris, but you can see 13s to the bodies and also 17s to the head. We didn't actually measure the distance, but we just kept remarking how it seems like this thing can annihilate you from pretty far away. It really felt like Wave Splitter, and I always make the dumb joke, when in doubt, in case of lack of skill, and that means me, because I'm terrible at PvP, break out gold Wave Splitter, because Wave Splitter, you could just annihilate people really, really quickly. But yeah, let's start talking about some of the other attacks with this thing. So now I'm going to grab the orb, and from here, I'm just going to do a basic ground slam between these two, GMD Geek and also Twisted Fate, 2 channel member admins who are helping me out with these tests. In our tests, we found roughly the sweet spot was about, I'd say, 9 to 10 meters. You could see I auto-locked on GMD Geek, and Twisted Fate got wasted there too. So roughly about, I'd say, 9 to 10 meters, might be a little bit more, but the AoE is pretty decent. You can have a good time in 6s and just run, well, even in 3s, and if you catch 3 guardians together and manage to not get team shot and waste them all with one of the spheres. Now here's a clip of out of the 9 to 10 meter range, and you can see I didn't do any damage on either one of them, but man, just look at how quickly this thing kills you, especially if you land those crits. You're going to waste people really, really quickly with this thing. Now, guarding. Guarding is going to be fun. You start taking damage while that other person is guarding, and also if other people are shooting you, you're going to die pretty quickly. Now, don't think you can just guard and you're not going to be able to get killed through this thing. It's not like a Titan bubble or anything like that. People can shoot through it. It's just that you're a little bit more resistant in PvP with it, or just in general, you take resistance to damage. But when you do guard, if you run into guardians, okay, you're going to cause some damage to them, but at the same time, you also will be reflecting some damage or not taking as much. So here I am. I'm just going to lay into them, and you can see some 4s, some 10s, mostly 10s, and then I just do a dunk on them. But usually if you're just holding onto it guarding, and they walk into it, they'll start ticking 10s off them in terms of damage. Now, in terms of getting someone out of their super, so I just dunked on Twisted Fate here with his arc staff. It didn't kill him. It took a lot of his health down, or his shield down. However, what we find is that if you do the light attack, the smack, and then you do a dunk, you will kill them out of the super. Well, you're going to say to yourself, well, good luck with doing that. Anything is possible in Destiny 2 PvP, but we find that if you do the light attack and then also you do the heavy attack immediately right after, if someone is in the super, you can kill them. So what you might want to do is you might want to guard, then light attack, then do the heavy attack. That might make it a little bit easier to kill someone out of their super. So here I dunked on Twisted Fate. He's pretty low on health, and then I just, well, how did he die from that so quickly? He was blocking my shots, right? Well, let's take a look and see what just Ruinous Effigy does with Arc Staff using the block without any dunking, any transmutation, or any evolution or anything like that. Did you notice what I just survived there? I survived a mountaintop shot. Yeah, if you're guarding with this thing and you're at full health and someone hits you with mountaintop, you will survive it. So fun factoid right there. So back to what I meant to show you was, okay, so here's an arc staff coming at me and I waste him with it. Yeah, you can see he went down pretty quickly with that. So very effective. I'm going to show you some sword blocking too here in a second. I'm also going to pick up the orb here and I'm going to block, and I'm going to survive GMD's shoulder charge there. I mean, it does take you down to near no health, but there's a lot of unique things you could do with this, and I can't wait to see some other videos come out from some of the pro PvPers and other people on how they use this thing in PvE, especially like Astacross or Mtashed and those guys here. Here's some sword blocking action. He's blocking me, and then, no, sure enough, I'm able to kill him. So overall, guys, I'm going to go get into the Castellum right now so I can get my masterwork on this thing, get it leveled up, and love the gun. Bungie, kudos to you for making another really fun exotic. All right, that's it for the review, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and that's it. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor, drop a like on this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. You usually know it's on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.